Kill your husband, or you will die tonight." She was trembling with fear on a dark roadside at midnight, hearing these 7 words. The woman in the black mask threatened her and then sped away in a black car. She never saw the stranger's face. She never heard that voice before, or so she thought. Because when the truth finally came out, caught on a grainy camera, in just 3 seconds of footage, it wasn't a stranger at all. It was someone who had eaten dinner at her table, someone who had hugged her children, someone her husband trusted more than anyone else alive. Keep watching, because by the end of this story, you won't believe who was hiding behind that mask. Raghav and Meera had a beautiful life. 2 children, a modest home, and a business that Raghav had built from nothing, with the help of one loyal friend, Anjali. Anjali was not just a friend. She was his business partner, his advisor, the one person he trusted with every file, every password, every secret deal. For 10 years, she stood beside him through failures and successes. Once, years ago, Anjali had confessed her feelings and asked Raghav to marry her. Gently but firmly, he had refused. "You are like family to me," he told her. "Let's keep this friendship pure. Just partners, just friends." Anjali smiled that day and agreed. But smiles can hide storms. What Raghav never saw was the fire that refusal had lit inside Anjali. She buried her hurt so deep that even Meera, who spent hours with her over tea and family dinners, never suspected a thing. Slowly, quietly, Anjali began testing her limits. A car's brakes mysteriously failed one evening. Raghav survived by luck. A business deal was sabotaged just before signing. He barely recovered the loss. Each time Raghav shrugged it off as bad luck, never imagining the hand behind it belonged to his most trusted friend. Anjali watched him build a life with another woman, a life that could have been hers, and every celebration, every anniversary, was a quiet wound she refused to let heal. One night, Meera's phone rang. It's an unknown number. A muffled voice told her to come alone, to an isolated spot outside town, or her husband would pay the price. Frightened but brave, Meera went. There, under a flickering streetlight, a car pulled up. A woman stepped out, dressed head to toe in black, her face hidden behind a mask. "Kill your husband," the voice said coldly, "or you will die instead." Meera's hands shook. She had never been so afraid in her life. Somehow she managed to drive home, lock every door, and wait trembling until morning. When she told Raghav everything, his face turned pale. Who would want him dead? And why threaten his wife instead of him directly? Raghav did not go to the police immediately. He feared it might provoke the enemy further. Instead, he quietly began his own investigation. He installed cameras around their home and along the road Meera had driven. He asked a private investigator friend for help. He reviewed every business rival, every disgruntled employee, every old enemy from years past. 2 months passed with no answers. Meera lived in constant fear, jumping at every knock on the door. Raghav grew thinner, sleepless, obsessed with finding the truth before it was too late. Before we reveal what he found, if you're enjoying this story, please hit like and subscribe to our channel. We bring you real gripping stories like this one every single week. Now, back to Raghav. Finally, a break came. A roadside CCTV camera near the meeting spot had captured the black car's number plate on the night of the threat. Raghav traced the registration. His hands trembled as the name appeared on the screen. He refused to believe it. He watched the footage again and again. The woman removed her mask for just 3 seconds as she got back into her car, thinking no camera could see her in the dark. But one did. It was Anjali, his closest friend, his business partner of 10 years. It's the woman who had sat at his table, celebrated his children's birthdays, and helped build everything he owned. She was the one who had threatened his wife's life. Raghav sat frozen, staring at her face on the screen, unable to speak. 10 years of trust crumbling in 3 seconds of footage. When confronted, Anjali did not deny it. Years of buried jealousy poured out the rejection she never overcame. The resentment that had grown into something monstrous. She confessed to the sabotage deals, the tampered brakes, all of it, every failed attempt to remove Raghav from his own happy life, disguised as accidents. The police were called that same night. Anjali was arrested, and the business she had helped build was quietly dissolved. Its documents and secrets finally secured by Raghav alone. Meera held her husband's hand as the truth settled over them both. A decade of friendship revealed as a slow-burning storm of hidden obsession. Sometimes, the person closest to us hides the darkest secrets. And sometimes, trust, however deep, however old, can be the most dangerous thing of all.